This just in. Happy New Year! I know what today feels like. It feels like possibility, like second chances, like finally, this could be the year you stop talking about starting a business and actually do it. It also probably feels like the same resolution you made last year and the year before that. This year, I'm going to start my business. This year, I'm going to stop depending on my job for security. This year, I'm going to take control of my life. And then February comes and life gets in the way and you're back to where you started. I get it. I made the same resolution for 3 years running before something finally clicked. But here is what is different about 2026. You do not have to figure this out alone anymore. Here's why most New Year's business resolutions die by February. You know the pattern. January 1st arrives and you feel ready. This time will be different. You're going to research business ideas, save money, make a plan, and finally launch. By mid-January, you are overwhelmed by conflicting advice. Should you find your passion, solve a problem, follow the trends, create a personal brand, start a side hustle, or go all in? And by February, you're back to normal life. The resolution is filed away with the gym membership you bought and the diet you started. Maybe next year. The problem is not you. The problem is that most advice was not written for people like us. It was written for risk takers and adrenaline junkies who think sleeping 4 hours and working 80-hour weeks is a badge of honor. That advice does not work for cautious people who value security, for careful planners who think before they leap, and for people who have responsibilities and cannot just bet everything on a dream. If you are naturally risk averse, most entrepreneur content feels like it is speaking a language you don't understand. And when advice does not fit your personality, you don't follow it. Not because you're lazy, but because it's wrong for you. So you stay employed. But this is why employment is actually riskier than you think. This is something nobody tells you when you are sitting in your comfortable job feeling safe. Employment is not actually safe anymore. I've been retrenched multiple times. I've sat in my driveway and cried from the fear and uncertainty of suddenly losing the income I depended on. I know what it feels like when the thing you thought was secure disappears overnight. And I'm not alone. Retrenchments are happening constantly. Companies downsize. Industries change. Technology replaces jobs. Entire departments get eliminated because someone in a boardroom decided the numbers did not work anymore. When you have one source of income, you have one point of failure. If that job disappears, everything disappears. Your salary, your benefits, your security, your identity. But when you have your own business, you have multiple clients. If one client leaves, you still have income from the others. You have diversified your risk instead of concentrating it all in one place. I know that sounds backwards. We are taught that jobs are safe and businesses are risky. But that is only true if you build your business the risky way. There is another way, a way that is actually safer than employment. And that is what I have spent 6 months writing about. So let's talk about what I've been working on. For the past 6 months, I've been writing a book, not a business book full of hype and hustle culture nonsense, not a get-rich-quick fantasy, a real practical guide for people exactly like me, people who are naturally cautious, who value security, and who want to build something meaningful without betting everything on a risky venture. It covers everything from why employment is riskier than you think, to how to identify a business idea based on what you already know, to the financial foundation you need before you start, to the 5 stages of secure business growth, to how to get your first client without being sleazy, to how to build a diversified client portfolio that gives you real security. But more than that, it is about something deeper. Designing a life where your business serves you instead of the other way around. Most business books assume you want to scale to millions and hire dozens of employees and work constantly until you either sell or burn out. This book assumes you want freedom, real freedom, the kind where you control your time, choose your clients, and build something that fits your actual life. Here's why most business advice does not work for cautious people. The internet is full of entrepreneurs screaming about how you need to take massive risks and bet everything and hustle harder and just believe in yourself. That advice is not wrong for everyone. Some people thrive on risk. Some people get energy from uncertainty. Some people love the chaos of building something from nothing with no safety net. But if you're watching this, you are probably not one of those people. You probably like having a plan. You probably want to know the steps before you take them. You probably need to see proof that something works before you commit. And there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. Cautious people build sustainable businesses that last. Risk takers build explosive businesses that often implode. The problem is that cautious people keep waiting for permission or certainty or the perfect moment, and those things never come. So they stay stuck. What cautious people actually need is a system, a clear path, proof that it works, and someone who understands how their brain works to guide them through it. That's what this book does. It gives you the system, the clear path, the proof, and the understanding. Next, let's look at what actually stops people from starting. I have talked to hundreds of aspiring entrepreneurs over the years. The reason they give for not starting always sound different, but they are all actually the same fear. Some say they do not have enough money saved. Some say they do not have the right skills. Some say they do not have a good enough idea. Some say the market is already too saturated. Some say they don't have the time. But underneath all of those excuses is the same core fear. What if I fail? What if I waste time and money and energy on something that does not work? What if I'm not good enough? Here is what I've learned. You will never feel ready. You will never have enough saved. You will never know for certain it will work. Those feelings do not go away with more preparation. They go away with action. But here is the key. You do not need to take massive action. You do not need to quit your job and bet everything. You just need to take the first small step. And then the next one. And then the next one. The book walks you through exactly what those steps are in order with clear instructions. So you know what to do and when to do it. Here's what is coming in 2026. The book launches this year with a complete system. It will include free supplemental resources like templates, worksheets, and guides for different regions. Then there is my Story Brand Marketing Mastery course for those who want deeper training on the messaging piece. And my Business Foundation course for those who want step-by-step implementation support. But before all that, I'm doing something I do not usually do. I'm inviting you into the process. Starting this month, I'm sharing behind-the-scenes writing updates, exclusive chapter previews, reader stories from entrepreneurs who have already used these principles, and implementation guides so you can start building while you wait for the book. This is about building this together because I know that when you feel part of something bigger than yourself, you are more likely to actually follow through. To access all this, you can sign up for free in the description below. There's a link, or you can go to strategicmarketingtribe.com/business and just complete the quiz and you'll be added to the list. You have two choices this year. You have one of two choices in 2026. Option one is to keep waiting. Keep wondering what if. Keep telling yourself you will do it next year when you are more prepared, have more money saved, and have the perfect plan. And then 2027 will come and you will still be in employment, still dependent on one income source, still thinking about what you could have built. Option two is to start now. Not with perfection, not with a huge plan, not with months of preparation. Just start. And not alone. Start with support. clear guidance, and a community of other cautious entrepreneurs doing the same thing. I'm not going to tell you starting a business is easy. It is not, but it is simpler than you think. And it is absolutely possible if you follow a system designed for people like us. So here is your first step today, if you're ready. Before the book launches, I want you to do one thing. Take my free business idea validator. It takes 10 minutes. It will tell you whether your business idea is failure proof or whether it needs adjustment. Then get your results, see what tier you fall into, and reach out to me and tell me what you learned. Seriously, tell me what business idea you are considering. Tell me what's holding you back. Tell me why 2026 feels like it could be different. I personally read and respond to every single message. And sometimes the thing that breaks someone unstuck is knowing that someone else believes in them. So here is what I promise you. If you are willing to do the work, if you are willing to build your foundation, have real conversations with potential clients, and follow the 5-stage system, you can build a business that gives you more security, more freedom, and more fulfillment than employment ever could. Not overnight, but by the end of 2027, absolutely possible. But it has to start with a decision that 2026 is the year you stop thinking about it and start building it. So here is my challenge. Make that decision today. Not a vague resolution, a real decision. And that decision should be, I'm going to take the business idea validator. I'm going to identify my business idea. I'm going to join the book launch community. I'm going to start building my failure-proof business in 2026. That's it. That is the decision. The rest is just showing up and doing the work. And I will be here to guide you through every step. Happy New Year. This is your year. Let us build something real. Take my 10-minute business idea validator. The link is in the description below, or you can go to strategicmarketingtribe.com/fix. But what about you? What business resolution did you make this year? I'll go first. I'm finishing my book and launching it in 2026. So cautious entrepreneurs finally have a system designed for them. Okay, your turn. What are you building in 2026? Let me know in the comments. I'm Vicky Sidler from the Strategic Marketing Tribe, and I post helpful news updates for small businesses every day.